Good morning, dear NJIS community. My name is Juan Jose Cárdenas, and I proudly serve as the NJIS Middle Years Program Coordinator and as a mathematics teacher. Today is a day of celebration, and to this celebration, I am honored to welcome our parents and esteemed guests, Dr. Serian Widjatno, CEO of the board, and Bapak Putra Haliman. I am also privileged to welcome our respected members of the board, our head of school, Mr. Gerald Donovan, my colleagues, members of the NJIS staff and faculty, students. Lastly, it is a pleasure for me to welcome the reason we are all here today, the graduating class of 2021. I will now call on our head of school, Mr. Gerald Donovan, to give a word of welcome.
Welcome to the NJIS class of 2021 Commencement Ceremony. Good morning to the parents, the family members, the students, and our respected board members. Welcome especially to Daniel, our plucky and dedicated graduate. It really is an honor for me to be here today for you, Daniel. I don't think I've ever met a student who is quite as self-motivated before. You applied for the NJIS scholarship yourself. You identified the right school and made sure that you fulfilled the requirements. You processed your university applications and worked tirelessly and with unending attention to detail on finally honing your essays. You've never settled for mediocrity. You've never just said, well, I think that's good enough. Your consummate perfectionism will serve you well in your future. I truly believe that you have the requisite grit to succeed in whatever you set your mind to. And grit is truly what you will need, because we live in a world where you may find yourself frequently hearing the word no. It might happen in university when you propose a thesis that's unusual. No. It might happen when you're thinking about applying to a role at a prestigious hospital, but people warn you away, telling you that you probably wouldn't be accepted. No. It might happen when you eventually start your first job and you suggest a new idea, a new way of doing things, but your manager tells you that you can't because they've never done it that way before. It will never work. No. What you do in these moments will define the impact you can have on your world. George Bernard Shaw once said, "The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man." I should add, or woman. Of course, it's not simply enough to have grit and perseverance unless that grit is directed towards a meaningful goal, a higher purpose that impacts the lives of other people for the better. I believe, Daniel, that in your chosen field of biomedical engineering, you have selected a higher calling. That marriage between engineering and finding solutions to human suffering is a perfect major for you to take. What subject better demonstrates the beauty and value of science than the field that has brought us artificial limbs to enable those with missing limbs to walk again, or pacemakers that give decades of additional life to those who would otherwise have died? To paraphrase the philosopher Sam Harris, all humans, without exception, want to experience more love, more joy, and more peace. We may have different ways of achieving this aim, but the end goal is the same. We all face the same joys and tragedies in life. If we can remember that, we can realize that we are all in this together. And when we let go of our differences and separations and join with a common goal to flourish together, magnificent things will happen. I believe that you are capable of magnificent things, and I look forward to hearing the reverberations of the impact you have on our world. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021.
Thank you, Mr. Donovan, for your inspiring words. It is, indeed, through grit and perseverance, often through overcoming fearful no's, how we achieve success not only to our benefit, but also to the benefit of the greater community. Your leadership, Mr. Donovan, is a testament to that. We will now proceed to a message from Dr. Serian Widjatno, CEO of the board, to our graduate.
Good morning all, fellow teachers, parents and our graduate, Daniel. It is indeed a pleasure and a great honor to have been given the opportunity to be a part of this ceremony. My heartfelt congratulations go out to our wonderful graduate, Daniel Widjaja, on reaching an important milestone in his educational journey. Today is truly the beginning of the many amazing yet real adventures in life. A day in which we reminisce upon as well as celebrate the perseverance, effort, and years of hard work that has finally brought us success. Also a day in which we can highlight the meaning of all our previous striving with our hopes for a better future, and indeed for the future of our biomedical engineering graduate, Daniel Widjaja. One take-off from today will be to emphasize effort. Effort is the key. It is the key to both success and failure. It is the key to self-worth, and it is key to determine the usefulness of education. What's relevant is that an unforeseen obstacle in our life should never stop us from giving even more effort and perseverance. The mentality is the same with the significance of a university, where we develop not only the academic side of students, but we assure the continuity of great mentality within students, so that the student will not be afraid of mistakes and failure, but focus on the possibilities and the area of expertise from which they can grow. I personally have never been really fond of the terms "do not be afraid to fail," because I think we should rightfully acknowledge that failure is only a phase of someone's success story. With that being said, the correct saying would be, do not be afraid to try again, because it is only if you try hard enough that you can cross the threshold of success. It is through persistence. We as a school would like to educate students to find out what each and everyone is good at. Enjoy yourself and make a positive and impactful career for their futures. It is absolutely an exciting time for your generation to continue innovating and apply that you learn in school into your tertiary education and on the real world. The future is not scary at all, and the message do not, cannot, and should always be questioned. Remember, everyone you meet knows something you don't. Embrace what you have, motivate yourself, and respect the knowledge of others. Finally, there are countless philosophies on how to live. My story in the educational field may not resonate with all of you, but I will give a simple final takeaway, which is to never quit spreading kindness and put your heart into hard work. Hopefully, every step we take can be beneficial and bring blessing for others. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sarian, for your thoughtful words. Your message of effort and perseverance truly resonates with our vision of achieving academic excellence and developing leaders with the wisdom and passion to enact change. It is with full confidence that I say that the NJIS 2021 graduate, Daniel Sebastian Widjaja, is a personification of this vision. As Mr. Donovan and Dr. Sarian have noted in their speeches, Daniel, your perseverance, effort, and striving for excellence has shaped your experience at NJIS and paved your way to success in your future path. We will now watch a video produced by Daniel's classmates.
Hey Daniel, I just want to say thank you for being my friend and for being my workout buddy and always staying curious and asking me about the fitness world to me and being the nice person you are in general and always would help me when I need your help with schoolwork and with everything. I just want to say thank you for being nice to me and wanting to be my friend. So I wish you all the best for your future. I wish you health too. I hope that we can maintain our friendship. And yeah, thank you, Daniel, and I wish you all the best.
Hey Daniel, firstly, congratulations on graduating. I mean, look at that, you're graduating and you're going into college. This is a bittersweet moment, I guess. I'm very proud of you, but at the same time, I'm very sad to see you leave, because even though we've only known each other for a few months, nearly a year now, I already consider you a very close friend of mine, and I'm quite sad that you're leaving. You know, I always look up to you in more ways than one. I admire the way that you work hard in school and you still have time to hang out with us. I'm gonna miss you a lot. I hope you have fun in college, and thank you for being my friend.
Hello Daniel, this is Richard here, and I just wanted to say that I have been grateful for our friendship that hasn't even lasted a year, surprisingly, for all the time that you had helped me, even though it's not school related and stuff like that, and all the time we hang out outside this digital space. I just wanted to say that you had definitely made this year a better year for me, and that I hope that you, after your graduation and you moving to the States, that we will keep this friendship of ours. And I would also like to wish you luck on your journey on being a doctor. Good luck, and I hope you have a wonderful journey ahead of you.
Congratulations on graduating, Daniel. Thank you for always being so helpful and kind, and I hope Penn State treats you well. Have a good time in college.
Daniel, although we've only known each other for like a year, maybe less, I want you to know that this year has been as memorable as it was because of you. That all the times we've hanged out after school with the group, all the times you've helped me with issues, school related or not, all the times you've made me laugh, smile. I want to thank you for each and every one of those moments then. And I hope you know that each moment will be cherished by me this year and the next. And I hope then that even after your graduation, you'll let me and we'll stay as close as we are, as we were this year. Thank you, Daniel.
Bye.
Bye, Daniel.
Bye.
Bye. Good luck, Daniel.
Bye.
Bye.
I call now on our Diploma Program Coordinator, Mr. Warren Vessels, for the announcement of the 2021 Valedictorian.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, members of the board, parents, and the graduating class of 2021. It isn't often that one meets a student who ticks all of the proverbial boxes: an inquirer and critical thinker, open-minded, principled, balanced, and caring, to name but a few of the traits that this student has developed. He is the epitome of what we as a school envision an NJIS student to be when they leave. A future leader with the wisdom and passion to enact change. Though only at NJIS for a short while, he has proven himself to be exactly that. It is for this reason that he is not only the recipient of the coveted Valedictorian title, but also the recipient of the NJIS Award. When he first walked through the doors of NJIS, we were met with a hesitant and shy student, doubtful in his own ability. What he had working in his favor, however, was drive and ambition, which saw him flourish into a young man who was confident of his ability and goal-orientated, to aim high and achieve the goals he set for himself. His tenacity, grit, and resilience to never give up, to challenge himself academically, his sheer determination to succeed, and yet at the same time, his humility and friendliness to teachers and peers are qualities that he will always be remembered for. He not only excelled academically, but showed an innate sense of leadership. Being elected to the student council, he led a group of students through what could probably be considered one of the most toughest years to lead a student body. The support he garnered for virtual events from both students and teachers bears testament to both his character and leadership ability. His reflective nature allowed him to better understand both himself and what he needed to do to get to where he needed to be. His constant need to better himself and improve on his work is testament to him being a lifelong learner. When he arrived at NJIS, he came with the hope of becoming an orthopedic surgeon so that he can improve the lives of others. He goes on to study biomedical engineering at Pennsylvania State University, where he will begin to realize that dream. The first student to be selected for the prestigious NJIS Scholarship Program, son of Bapa Leonardus Gisard Suryajaya Widjaja and Ibu Lisa Gillian. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to introduce to you the valedictorian of 2021, Daniel Sebastian Widjaja.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, viewers at home, members of the board of Yayasan NJIS, Mr. Gerald, coordinators, teachers, parents, and students. I'm sure many valedictorian speeches begin this way, so I will do too. In all honesty, I don't know what to say in this valuable moment of my high school graduation. Just a few days ago, I was just staring black at a document. There was so much I wanted to say, but I could not sum it up in just a few minutes. I wanted to mention everyone who helped me thrive in this amazing environment through virtual. The list could go on forever. But as this year has proven, we have to make do with what we have in the time that we have. With that, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has helped me throughout this incredibly challenging online learning journey. I would like to start by thanking the members of the board for giving me the opportunity to study at NJIS through the scholarship program. I am honored to have been selected as your first recipient of the NJIS scholarship program. Mr. Gerald, who saw potential in me, selected me for the scholarship program and welcomed me into the NJIS family. No words can express how grateful I am to be part of this family of NJIS. I would like to also thank all the people in the business office. Though seldom seen day to day, your warmth and friendliness when you first meet prospective students and parents is preemptive of that very same warmth and friendliness that I have experienced over the past year at NJIS from everyone I have encountered. Thank you for welcoming me home. I cannot deny that I started off this year with trepidation. Had I made the right decision to leave my old school for a new one? Why did I do this? If I close my eyes, I can still visualize myself logging into the Zoom meeting that held by Mr. Gerald, where I first met my classmate. Little that I know, these would be the people that I would treasure most in the upcoming month. They are like my second family to me, with Jason as the dad, Joy, Cheche, Erica, little sister, Richard, the uncle, and Kira, the aunt. It pains me now that none of them could attend my graduation due to the pandemic. I can just imagine my classmates sitting in the front row trying to distract me from my speech. You guys are the best. I would like to also mention those who are no longer at NJIS, former students who I never had met, who had left before I became a student. Yet, the friendships between students, whether at NJIS or long gone, are testimony to the bonds that the school is able to forge between people. I would like to thank two of these genuine friends, Tenzin Wengil and Priscilla Kolim. There were times where I doubted myself, often due to the academic rigor and the new approaches to learning. As it felt through I couldn't cope, that I did not deserve to be here, but they reassured me and pushed me forward. I would like to also thank all the teachers present here today for shaping me and setting me up for success in the future. I am deeply indebted to your service and support for me this entire year, for all the important life lessons that you have taught me, for all the attempts to make online learning as fun as it can be, and for all the incredible stickers that one particular teacher provides for the entire class. That one teacher that I just referenced happened to be the one teacher who always reminds me to be the best version of myself, and who puts a lot of hours, often late hours, over Microsoft Teams, dealing with me. I am deeply grateful for the shining bright angel that NJIS gave to me this year. Many hours talking about university options, student council, assignments, support with basically anything I need help with. Thank you, Mr. Warren. On top of all the amazing relationships that I have with my friends and teachers, I also receive lots of important life lessons from learning at NJIS. When I decided to take 3 AP courses, people warned me that this will be extremely challenging, along with the regular lineup of classes. They were not wrong. Though well prepared, I cursed the AP exam. But in the end, I have to say, I feel quite distinguished for the actual gray hair on the top of my head. Taking all of these courses taught me one important lesson: when I doubt myself and my abilities to give up. To this day, I remember the words of Mr. Juan. Never take the easy road. I didn't know you were a quitter. It was the motivation from this reality check that pushed me to continue and stayed with me throughout the year. I could have taken it easy and taken regular classes, but I had chosen to take the hard path. And in the words of Robert Frost, that made all the difference. Despite being counterintuitive, the constant challenges that I had taken on had made me more resilient, especially in light of those still to come in my life. Ultimately, I am able to say that NJIS has given me the opportunity to challenge myself, to push the limits of what I thought I could do, and meet new challenges head on. I can say with confidence that I am prepared for the new journey that lies ahead, university. NJIS has afforded me the opportunity to achieve my dream, studying biomedical engineering in the USA. And for that, I will be forever grateful. There are no words to describe how grateful and in-depth I am to have been given the countless people that helped me thrive through this process of online learning. Professor Tombi, Pak Yusuf, Mr. Dexter, Mr. Iqbal, and I cannot forget the kindest person I have ever met in my school career, Bu Yuli. I often wish that I could stay longer here. Oftentimes I ask if I could fail, that I could have been a student here for longer than 1 year. But a new chapter awaits in my life. And as they say, sadly, all good things must come to an end. I will never forget the people who I have met through at times virtually. You all have made a deep impact in my life. Though your name may not be mentioned today, know that you will never be forgotten. Lastly, I would like to thank my family for all your encouragement and support, and in helping me chase my dream. I couldn't have done this without any of your help. I believe the past year, through COVID, social distancing, and all the unforeseen challenges we have faced, losing family members, friends, loved ones, jobs, and still trying to continue to thrive through the world around us is falling apart, has taught us all a lesson in the resilience of the human spirit. I leave you here with a quote that my English teacher, Mr. Warren, once read to me from a poem, Ulysses by Lord Alfred Tennyson, which reminds us of exactly what we are. We are not now what strength in which old days moved earth and heaven. That is, which we are. One equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will. To strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Thank you.
I will now invite Bapak Putra Haliman for a congratulatory message.
Good morning, NJIS. Graduation marks the ultimate celebration of one's academic journey, and today I am honored to be standing here to be one of the first ones to congratulate NJIS class of 2021 for achieving this milestone. What a journey it must have been, especially with all the adaptations that we have become accustomed to in the last year or so. Your graduation is even more extraordinary during this pandemic year, and you have achieved much more than just a high school diploma. You also gained resilience and how to lead and motivate yourself to get to where you are today. Well done, class of 2021. So where do we go from here? After all, graduation also opens a new chapter of your life. We have shown that we are flexible enough to adapt to the new normal. Adaptation is what makes people and cultures great. In the current context, adhering to the new normal and taking the vaccines means saving the world from catastrophe, and also one must adapt or be a threat to oneself and others. People say life is about making choices. It can't be truer than that. From the small things to the big things in our lives, we have to make choices every day. To wrap up your journey here in NJIS, you could choose to see it as a remarkable or a horrible year. It is for you to decide. We hope for you, Daniel, that it will be the first. We saw how your leadership grew, how brave you were at taking chances, and how much fun you had while accomplishing what was required academically. We know we made the right pick with you as our first ever scholarship student. Apart from wishing you the wisdom to make the right choices, allow us to remind you to never forget that new ideas often come from the young. More and more young people are taking up important roles in society. You too will play a part in creating a different future for our world, whether through innovation and creativity or through activism and action. What got us here will not got us there. And the purpose of you, the younger generation, is to shift the direction of our world and set a new agenda for our society. Daniel, as you depart from NJIS and embark on a bright future, we encourage you to continue to be humble but bold. Your ideas and the ideas of your generation are exactly what the world around you needs to hear. The echoes of your choices will be heard from generations to come. We know that you will surely make us and yourself proud. Fear not and embrace the future. Keep your dreams big, stay focused towards them. Do look us up whenever you are in town. NJIS will forever be home for you. Last but not least, allow me to quote NJIS alma mater song for you to remember. NJIS, where roots begin to grow, growing into a life we will see. Become new chapters in our history. At NJIS, we start our legacy. At NJIS, we know we are loved. Congratulations to the NJIS graduating class of 2021. Okay.
Thank you, Bapak Putra, for your kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the part of the morning which everyone has been waiting for, the awarding of the diploma. I now invite Mr. Gerald Donovan, the head of school, to award the diploma. I now invite our graduate, Daniel Sebastian Widjaja, to the stage. I now invite Bapak Ahmad Yusuf, to stage to deliver the benediction of 2021.
On this day of your graduation, may God's blessing rest upon you. May His love light up your life. May hope spring from your hearts as you look forward to tomorrow. May your day filled with great adventures and discoveries. May you live, love, and give your best to all whom you may follow and all who may follow you. I pray you never forget to live a life value for the betterment of yourself, others, and for the greater good of the world in which we live. Amen.
I now invite Daniel Sebastian Widjaja to the stage for the graduate oath.
I, Daniel Sebastian Widjaja, graduate of North Jakarta Intercultural School, promise to uphold dignity, honor, and prestige of this institution. I will strive at all times to live an abundant life. I will carry with me, as I leave the portals of my alma mater, the wisdom and values taught to me, in order that I may become a worthy citizen of the global community.
I now invite Mr. Gerald Donovan to the stage for the declaration to the board.
Members of the board, as head of North Jakarta Intercultural School, I declare with confidence that the graduating class of 2021 has fulfilled the requirements to graduate from this institution. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the graduate class of 2021.